Hello, everybody. My name is Alexandra with This Is Improv, and today we have a very special guest with us today here on Talk About It Tuesday, where we talk about all things the arts and the people who love them. Today, I have someone who we have done improv with, who has done some corporate team building with us, the very infamous Spencer.
Yes, it's me. Hello there, everyone. I'm Spencer.
Yes, this is Spencer. So Spencer, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right. I'm Spencer. You already know that, of course. And I am a theater major at Nova Southeastern University, part of the Racers Edge Shark Talent program. And I am a junior, soon to be rising senior. That's scary. And I have been acting in theater since high school, and I didn't stop. So that's a little bit about me, I suppose.
Nice, awesome. So, what was it about the world of theater that pulled you in?
It was kind of interesting what pulled me into it. As a kid, I always loved pretending. Like I used to have little race car toys, and I'd be just like, oh, and I would personify them with various cartoon characters. Like I think the most I did was Tom and Jerry. Actually, that's kind of a weird thing to personify, but that was me. And I used to love to pretend. And one night, seeing my older brother perform at his high school in a production of The King and I just was amazed at it all. And I'd be like, this is what I want to do. I want to get up there and just act and pretend, because it seemed like a lot of fun. And after taking some acting classes in my middle school and learning about it, like the first class was improvs, and I loved improv, as you can see, because I've been doing improv here at NSU as well. And with that, it was such a rush, and I loved it. I loved hearing the audience's laughter and their reactions. And, I was amazed that I could do something to make people actually smile and laugh. And I wanted to keep on doing that through theater. So that's why I decided that I would become an actor. And here I am, a theater major at NSU.
You're going to be graduating soon. So is there that like 5-year plan or next steps that you know that you want to do in your career?
It may seem a bit unwise of me, but one of my biggest flaws, I feel like, is that I live very much in the present. So I haven't given too much thought about it, but I have taken a bit of thinking about it. Obviously, things will be one step at a time, but I would like to, when I get out of college, just try to work my way up through the chain, whether that be through theater or TV, television, movies, even voice acting. I actually would love to do voice acting. But I love doing voices when I act too. But I don't know. In the future, for something like that, I would love to try to work my way for that. But obviously, things take time. So hopefully when I graduate, and I will have some network abilities in there to help me find some work. And after some of the small stuff and some experience, I will hope that my hard work will pay off, and I'll be able to do some pretty major stuff, whether that be on Broadway, on your television screen, or if you don't even see me.
Yeah, no, like, at least you know what you want to do, I think you don't have to have that. I have this list, but you do have a list. You want to do something within the art form of acting, you know that. So that's dope. That's great, because you're there, you're doing what you're trying to do and you're learning it. And so yeah, you got your 5-year plan right there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Now with the world of improv, because you have done a lot of improv stuff at NSU and with the company, so When you first did improv, did you think you were going to like it so much, or was it like a, I don't know kind of thing?
It was definitely more of an I don't know sort of thing. Like I first did it when I was a seventh grader in middle school, and that was like my introduction to acting. And my teacher, her name was Mrs. Rachel Cox, and she absolutely made it come alive for me. So much so that me even being a shy kid then, and even now, I found myself wanting to be on the stage, practicing it every chance that I could, and I just loved it ever since. And wow, who knew that for this year I would co-run Improv Jam with Nina Poulos, and she was amazing. She did the bulk of the work, and absolutely adore Nina. It was a blast hosting the show, and thank you guys as well for helping us. It was a lot of help.
Oh yeah. No problem. Yeah. So every year after Angelica and I have graduated, we tried to be involved in the Improv Jam in some way, shape, or form, because when we were there, it was like our baby. So so the fact that we still get to be involved is pretty amazing, and thank you guys for always asking us to do that. It's fun. It's fun to see you guys progress too, from when you guys were freshmen to now. The growth that we've seen is incredible. What is it like for you with that transition of the different script acting and then the improvisational theater?
The difference is pretty major, I think, because with improv, it's a lot of quick thinking and thinking of your feet. And even if you mess up in improv, it's okay, because sometimes it's funny and it pays off. But with script acting, it's very much more on the book, and you kind of just have to get into that headspace. Like, okay, I'm this character. I need to stick to the script and make the correct acting decisions that go with that character, and how that plays out. I enjoy equally a bit of both of them. Like at times, it's good to take a break from the chaotic nature of improv, especially if something goes wrong in the actual scripted show. I have had that happen before, and it was like, okay, we're improving now. So yeah. Luckily we were able to pull it off just fine. It was just like one person showed up late on an entrance, so we just had to improv it out, being like, oh yes, you're going down when this person gets here.
Yeah. Nice. That's awesome. And let's spice things up a bit. Okay. I want you to tell me a very enthralling story about the first time you had a taco.
It was many, many, many years ago, of the grand year of probably 2007. And just a typical day, me going to elementary school with the 7-year-old look. I didn't even have glasses then, so yeah, this is probably more when I looked like, I'm going to put it back on. I need to see. So here I am, just going back home, and the age-old question to ask your parents once you're in the car: what's for dinner tonight? And of course the answer would be tacos. Now, I knew about nachos before because my father knows how to make killer nachos, and
right,
something I love to eat and even try to make myself every now and then, but I can never compare to him. So and then just a couple hours later, did my homework, and just probably struggled with math, because that's what I struggled with the most. And by then I was sitting down to dinner, and there were the hard taco shells, and then a mix of the meats and the cheeses and everything together, all together with just a delicious taco sauce to go on to it. And once you take that first bite, it's heaven, and there's nothing like a good old taco.
That was awesome. Awesome. Okay. I will be interviewing your dad tomorrow, so I'm 100% going to ask him about that nacho recipe.
Oh, yeah.
So cool. Wow. What a beautiful story about tacos. If you could describe the way you use improv in everyday life.
It kind of just shows up whenever you kind of need it. Like, it's kind of just like, of course, during a show, it's just like it's going on all the time. But when you're not, sometimes it's in the back burner. And in terms of talking, I specifically, I think like with interviews going on, perhaps this one also, but yeah, it shows up a lot there. And, if job interviews, if, the management asks you something unexpected, that kind of helps. And kind of just like generally talking to people who you're right, okay, I can't mess this up, but I don't know what they're telling me. So I'm just going to try to say something that is plausible, that can be just like, oh yeah. And then it sometimes tends to, I guess, backfire to where I'm having conversations with my girlfriend or my friends or something like that. And then I just say something super weird that just comes out from the improv thing. It's just like, it's just like, oh yeah. And then I quickly reference something. They're kind of just like, what? And it helps. It also doesn't help, but mostly it helps.
Nice. Yeah. I agree with you that it comes out of weird places. Joke and I did the Orange Blossom Festival yesterday, and we were there for hours. But it was funny because the booth behind us, they were woodworkers, and they had like these really cool signs. And the guy was taking a break, and he goes, "Oh, nothing like a 14-hour day to get the blood flowing, right?"
Yeah, nothing like it.
Joke and I just started screaming, "Right!" And then we were back and forth for like a while, and everyone was kind of staring at us like, are they okay? And in truth, no, we were exhausted.
Yeah.
But it still ended up just coming out. So
yeah,
understandable. Is there something that if someone wanted to get involved into the world of theater and improv, but didn't really know yet if they wanted to, is there any advice that you might give to them?
I would definitely say it is very much possible to do it, and improv is, in my opinion, the perfect place to start in the world of acting, because the point of improv is just like, when something wrong happens, you are there to quickly come up with something to make it work in the scene, no matter how comedic it might be. And for that, it's a good place to get comfortable with things. Like even if you say something silly like look, the crazy red gorilla is invading the zoo, or something like that, and just have that come out of nowhere and be completely ridiculous, but it's okay. And it helps a lot with public speaking also, because the more you could just ground yourself of being comfortable performing in front of people and saying completely silly nonsense, it helps. So definitely the first spot to get into that kind of world is to take improv and become more comfortable with it. And if you like it, great. And if you don't, well, at least you tried something new, because, of course it's not for everyone, but definitely do give it a try if you're thinking about it.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you. So Spencer, is there any way that people can find you to keep up with your artistic journey, or anything you want to promote?
There is one. I do have an Instagram. Admittedly, I don't really post too much on that. I'm very much an old man when it comes to social media. Instagram, I believe it's Spencer underscore car underscore 15. I believe that's my username, or you can just look up Spencer Carlisle. That'll work too. Other times you'll probably see me show up on the Stage 2 Instagram and probably the NSU DMCA Instagram also. And otherwise with that, yeah, that's a way you could follow me, see what antics Spencer is getting up to this time. And yeah, do that.
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, please make sure to check the links down below to keep up with Spencer and his life journey through the arts. If you guys like any improv or sketch comedy or anything of that sort, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share some of the content and sketch comedy videos that we do post on here. If you would like to take a class with Angelica or I, you can go to www.thisisimprov.com and sign up today. We teach all ages improvisation. And if you would like any corporate team building, we offer those services as well. If you like histories, mysteries, and ghost stories of Florida, we have a podcast called This Is Legends of Yesterday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and really anywhere you listen to podcasts. If you really like that stuff and you want to see us in person, you can take our historical and ghost tours of Davie and go to www.thisistours.com and see when our next bookings are. Currently, it is once a month. So go ahead and see if you would like to sign up today and learn some of the creepy things that are around Davie. I want to say thank you so much, Spencer, for doing this interview. We really appreciate you coming on the show.
Of course, it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, nice. Thank you. Thank you everybody for joining us today. Please, again, make sure to keep up with Spencer. I hope you have a beautiful, glorious, and wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to eat some tacos. It is Taco Tuesday. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.